So young blood, you gonna do shit just to argue about it, but sometimes it may not be worth it. You
I,
understand what I'm saying?
I get it, but it's just like I
Mm,
feel like women, they have this thing with control. As soon as they think, oh yeah, I got him under my control. As soon as you bend to her will a little bit, I think it just goes straight to their head and they take it overboard. In my opinion,
But let me tell you who the ones they control the most, the ones who think like what you just thinking right now. Because
you
what she'll
think
do is,
so?
because you ain't got that semen retention, she'll throw a thing in your face. Come on home, I got something special for you, and your ass be right there, nose wide open. Fuck your balls. You ready to go get that ass?
asking your woman for permission. Don't ask her for permission. Let me go ahead and play this clip.
Dumbass is gonna go ask your wife for permission to go do something to make yourself the better man and finally find out who the you are and what you're made of and start living life the way you should be living. You're gonna go ask her for permission? Like the word permission comes out. They're asking their wife for permission. Oh, I gotta talk to my wife. Like automatic, it comes out. Fucking pathetic. I need her permission. To me, that's not a fucking man. Like you don't have that respect or trust. She knows I'm not gonna make some bonehead move. She has the trust and respect in me as the leader of the house, as the man, the way it should be. I don't need to ask for permission. I showed up with a dog, a second dog one day, just popped up with a dog. It's like, cool. Ricky's here now. I said, meet Ricky. Meet Ricky. I didn't have to ask her.
Nigga said Ricky's here. That was hilarious.
Oh shit. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna go ahead and go to you first, Lou. What are your thoughts about it, sir?
I was about to go first, but go ahead, Luke.
Shit. You know, it's interesting. I had asked somebody a week ago about that. I was like, yo, if you're in a relationship with somebody and a decision needed to be made, and you know, do you feel comfortable with your person making that decision? And they responded back to me like, no, I feel like we should make it together. And sort of that's the bridge point where I kind of separate because I do agree with the gentleman in the video. I think that you need to be at some point in that relationship where you could make decisions independently of that person, especially if it's a self-development decision, right? If you need to buy something, you need to get something, when you're making a decision for what's better for you or the household, you know, you need to be able to, you know, have that autonomy to move that. You know, this whole like, let me go ask my wife if I could purchase this, or let me go ask my person if I could go here. It's almost like a form of emasculation, right? It's like you still need permission or validation from another party to do something. Now, I mean, I think there are big decisions where it needs to be talked about, but I think for the most part, you need to be able to kind of move in a seamless way, knowing that you have their trust and best interests at heart.
All right, go ahead, Sweeney.
All right. So the only time I've ever said that is if it was some shit I didn't want to do. They say, when in doubt, blame your wife. So they be like, that's the only time I've ever been like, man, let me go ask my wife this. I never call that dude again or call that person again. That's just a way of married men being able to say no without having to tell these fools no. I mean, am I lying or am I flying?
Hey, boy, you telling the truth, bro.
I've done it before. I've done it before.
Telling the truth. You're trying to spare somebody's feelings. You're trying to spare somebody's feelings. We don't care what she say. But
because if it's some shit I want, forget it.
Yeah, exactly.
Always the shit I don't want. What I'll be like, let me go ask my wife. I gotta ask my wife about that. It's never the things that I want, because if I want it, I'm getting it, and then I'll tell her later.
On top of that, too, he seems like he's trying too hard. He seems like he's trying too hard to feel like this alpha male type of guy, and somebody probably body slamming his chick when he ain't around. So.
No, you know what? You know who he sounds like? He sounds like that partner that you got that get mad that you can't go out as much as you used to. Man, why can't you come hang out no more, man? You're the man. He sounds like that person that can't do that. You know what I mean? That he mad at all his friends that went and got married on him. He's still the only single dude, the old nigga in the club. You know what I mean? It don't look good no more. You ain't got your friends to go half on the bottle with you no more, so you got to pay for the whole thing. You can't be the wingman no more. Your homeboys ain't, you know what I mean? The dudes that used to be able to get the chicks in the club, you can't get them, so you needed them to come up in there and be your wingman or whatnot. That's what he sound like.
All right. Go ahead, Stans. Let me get your thoughts, Stans.
Man, I know it's different when you married, but if you just dating, you never ask your girl for permission to do nothing. Like, she gonna automatically think you a punk. In my opinion, she like, oh, he asking me. Then she gonna feel like she had that power over you. When you get married, it's a little different. You know, that's a whole different situation. But to me, when I hear somebody say, oh, I gotta ask the old ball and chain, I'm like, oh man, dude, I don't even want to hear nothing about that. Straight up. But I know it's different when you married, but I never advocate asking a woman for permission to do nothing. Period.
So you said
I looked at the video presented itself. Like it was.
You gotta say it again. I couldn't hear you.
I said, when you get married, are you gonna ask for permission then?
No, I'm gonna be like, all right, what you think about this? Like, babe, what you think about this? But I'd rather make the wrong decision than ask my wife for permission. I'd rather do something she's not happy with, and then we argue about it later. I just have a problem with the whole permission thing. I can't do it.
There's a difference in asking for permission and giving somebody a heads up or just running something by somebody, letting them know like, hey, I'm about to do this. It's not saying, can I do this? I'm saying I'm about to do this. So you're aware. I'm not asking your permission. So I think those are
right. Like if I want to, like, hey, like I'm married, I want to go hang out with my homies. We going to watch the game. Hey, babe, you think I can go watch the game? I'm not doing that. Hey, I'm gonna go watch the game. I don't want you to go. Oh well, but I'm going anyway. Like something like that. I know you're gonna be mad about it later. We can argue about it later. But I'm still going.
So, young blood, you gonna do shit just to argue about it, but sometimes it may not be worth it. You understand what I'm saying?
I get it, but it's just like I feel like women, they have this thing with control. As soon as they think, oh yeah, I got him under my control. As soon as you bend to her will a little bit, I think you just go straight to their head and they take it overboard, in my opinion.
But let me tell you who the ones they control the most, the ones who think like what you just thinking right now. Because what she'll do is, because you ain't got that semen retention, she'll throw a thing in your face. Come on home, I got something special for you. And your ass be right there, nose wide open. Fuck your boys. You ready to go get that ass.
That's just me. That's just my opinion. I know it's different when you're married, but in terms of the dating, I never ask for permission for any woman I deal with. I do what I want to do, straight up, anytime. And if it's the wrong thing or the right thing, I'm still gonna do what I think is best, in my opinion.
Rick, you got to chime in on this, man.
To take in context what he said in the betterment of yourself, why should you have to ask permission? I totally agree. Why I gotta ask you permission is something that's gonna make me better or make us better. I ain't gotta ask you permission for that. I don't. Right. And again, in what context? Whose wheelhouse is it? Is it my wheelhouse or is it her wheelhouse? You see what I'm saying? When something going on with the house and I look at it like, okay, for example, right? My wife handles the groceries, right? And if I want to make a steak and we only got one steak left, I'm going to ask, can I make this steak? Right? Did you have a plan for that? Is that for dinner? Y'all see what I'm saying? Right? But everything else that's in my way, no, I'm not asking. I'll run it by you. Hey, I'm about to do this. I'm about to do this. Right? Not can I do this? Nah, I don't go like that. It just don't go like that. I mean, bringing I see what you said, Tap. Bringing a dog home. Who paying for it? Whose house is it? Who paying the bills? Who gonna be responsible for the dog? Right? If the context is that, and again, I'm just assuming, right? If the context is that he run that household and he take care of the dog, he responsible for the dog food. He the one who makes sure the dog get walked. Why I gotta ask your permission for it? You just a third party. Yeah, you my girl, but you just a third party. I'm the one who's gonna be responsible for it. And if you don't like it, that's something you don't like, but I'm still gonna do it. All right. But yeah, I mean, permission, like, we not children, right? Like, you're not children. Like, permission, nah, that's too drastic of a word for me. Like, we grown at the end of the day, and if I mean, what it really comes down to is the trust factor in a relationship, right? If you gotta act, that means you don't trust your own judgment, or it's questionable that your decision making skills ain't up to par, right? My girl know I'm not gonna never do nothing to jeopardize us in this house. So if I say it's a go, it's gonna be a go. If I say I'm gonna go get it to do this, I already made plans and provisions for it, because I'm not gonna put nothing above us that's gonna put us in no bind or no bad way, right? So again, it's, you know, your girl trusts you. Have you given her reason not to trust you?